My name is Mila Javamadi from Press TV. First of all, you say you support the Iranian people, but you're pronouncing our country's name wrong. Our country is named Iran, not Iran. Iran, not Iran. Iran, not Iran.
Shut up!
In the lead up to America versus Iran in the World Cup, there was a presser where reporters from both countries were able to ask questions of the players of both countries. This is normal. Tyler Adams, captain of Team America, was sitting there when an Iranian reporter, and we say that because there's no such thing as a free press in Iran, he first off lectured Tyler Adams about the way he said Iran.
First of all, you say you support the Iranian people, but you're pronouncing our country's name wrong. Our country is named Iran, not Iran. Please, once and for all, let's get this clear.
Tomato, potato, adulterer.
I think Tyler Adams should have demanded that the Iranian reporter pronounce America Murka. That's the correct way to say America. Anyway, I digress. The real meat of the question had to do with the Iranian stooge, agent of the mullahs, trying to embarrass this black soccer player for being black on Team America when there's a Black Lives Matter movement in America. And don't you know, America's racist?
Second of all, are you okay to be representing a country that has so much discrimination against black people in its own borders? And we saw the Black Lives Matter movement over the past few years. Are you okay to be representing the US? Meanwhile, there's so much discrimination happening against black people in America.
Maybe you should look in a mirror.
So this was the question, clearly crafted in order to embarrass this player. How does Tyler respond? What does he say? Well, we want to give great credit to him. He gave a picture perfect answer. Watch.
My apologies on the mispronunciation of your country.
Iran?
Iran.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that being said, you know, there's discrimination everywhere you go. You know, one thing that I've learned, especially from living abroad in the past years and having to fit in different cultures and kind of assimilate into different cultures, is that in the U.S. we're continuing to make progress every single day. You know, growing up for me, I grew up in a white family with obviously an African American heritage and background as well. So I had a little bit of different cultures, and I was very easily able to assimilate in different cultures. So you know, not everyone has that ease and the ability to do that, and obviously it takes longer to understand. And through education, I think it's super important. Like you just educated me now on the pronunciation of your country.
Iran.
So, yeah, it's a process. I think as long as you see progress, that's the most important thing.
What a dignified and bold answer, and in fact, a correct answer. There is, of course, no country on earth that is perfect. All countries are made of men. Men are fallible and are made imperfect, actually. And every country's history is imperfect, especially if those countries are old countries. And then you take modern values and you apply them to just a few years ago, and it looks absolutely offensive. Go ahead and watch a Saturday Night Live from like the 90s. You wouldn't be able to get away with Seinfeld today. Even the characters on Seinfeld admit this. And so, of course, you could argue this is good or bad, but there is no such thing as a perfect country. America is certainly among that lot. The most that you can have is perfect ideals in your country, and America certainly has that. The equality of man and woman, the freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of movement, and the ability to go about and set your own adventure, set your own value system. As long as you don't hurt anyone else, man, you can go do you in this country. Those are as close as you can possibly get to perfect ideals, and that's what this country is founded upon. Now, what exactly is Iran founded upon, you may ask? Well, very interesting. The country of which that reporter represents is currently threatening members of their own soccer team for favoring protests and protesters. What are they protesting? In September, Masha Amani, a 22-year-old Iranian woman, died in custody of the country's morality police after she was arrested for allegedly wearing her hijab inappropriately. In the weeks and months following her death, the country has erupted into protests that show little sign of ceasing despite brutal crackdowns by the Iranian government. That same government said that over 300 people have been slaughtered by the regime that jackass represents. There has the audacity to talk about racism in America, while the regime he represents of mullahs and authoritative, bloodthirsty leaders in Iran continue apace, slaughtering his own countrymen. Truly, there is footage of them tear gassing the crowds and raining down bullets on them. According to Iran Human Rights, at least 402 people, including 43 children, 26 women, have been killed through the widespread internet blackout has made it difficult to confirm the fatalities. Hundreds of people have been injured. According to the human rights activist news agency, 16,000 have been arrested. So, way to go, dude. You really represent a great country there. You have to threaten your own soccer players for them to keep playing. Iran is even releasing soccer players who don't have enough fealty to the religious mullahs that oversee that nation. The niece of Iran's supreme leader calls on foreign governments to cut ties with the Iranian regime. So the protesters who are protesting the rights of women to just simply not wear a headscarf, it's illegal to not do that in Iran. The country, the guy sitting there saying America's bad. If you're a woman and you're wearing your headscarf incorrectly, they'll kill you. They're literally handing out death sentences to anti-government protesters. That's the country that this guy represents. Iran is also, of course, the country that is currently pursuing weaponizing uranium in order to create a nuclear weapon. And their leader is regularly on Twitter calling for the destruction of Israel and the Jews. Got it. Okay, so you definitely do have the moral high ground there, jackass reporter. Since this reporter also seems very interested in countries' recent histories and political upheavals, why don't we check out Iran? In 1979, the Iranian Revolution installed a religious dictator, the Ayatollah Khomeini, who still leads the damn country, and created a religious dictatorship that patrols the streets using the Revolutionary Guard, which is a terrorist organization. They beat people mercilessly. They distribute justice by murdering Iranian citizens for not adhering to Islamic rule. These same militias stormed the United States Embassy, taking 66 hostages for hundreds of days, leading to the Iran hostage situation that has chilled the relationships between the countries, leading, of course, to our present day, where Iran is the #1 state sponsor of terrorism around the world. So, yes, jackass, how about you take a look in the mirror? And God bless Tyler Adams, who showed extreme dignity and poise here in his conversation about the histories of these countries, stating effectively there is no such thing as a perfect country, but I'll be damned if Iran is going to sit there and moralize to America. We may have our problems, but at least we don't slaughter thousands of people in the streets because these women didn't wear the right headscarves. Shut the up, guy. Thank you for watching. Our channel is here to meme the libs until they cry and then to meme them crying. Their tears taste like ice cream. We ridicule the establishment, and we do so because of you. Your support keeps us going. So if you liked what you saw, please click the thumbs up. Please punch, subscribe, and ring the bell to let you know when we have a new video. Don't you want us to let you know when we're live? Please check out more of our videos here and sign up for our mailing list in case something happens and the plug gets pulled. We want to be able to keep in touch with you. My name is Benny Johnson, and thank you for watching. Based Patriots, stay free.